Hey guys, it's your girl Night Latte, and you're listening to Girl Chat. So today I want to talk about situationships. So for those of you that don't know what a situationship is, it's kind of like a relationship, but not a relationship. It's like it doesn't have a title, but you do all the things that you would do for someone you're dating. So you would go out, of course you're fucking, or y'all spend time together, y'all hang out together, but it's not an official relationship. And I actually was thinking a lot about this topic. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I've been talking about this topic for the last 2-3 weeks, mostly because I realized that on and off forever, two of my longest relationships to date, I would say, actually weren't relationships. They were situationships. So these people weren't my boyfriends, or we didn't claim each other. We didn't have a title or anything. But if you break down the fucking dynamics of it, we low key were in a relationship. We spent time together. We did things together. We talked every day. We hung out all the time. And we had sex, we confided in each other, we were there for each other emotionally, but at the end of the day, was either a girlfriend? No. Were they my boyfriends? No. And I'm not talking about like a one night stand or like a fling. I literally realized that a friend of mine, and we're friends, I realized that we had what I like to call a on and off like 10-year situationship. Yes, I fucking said 10 years. Literally on and off, where we used to hang out like, if not every other day, every few days. Like before I had kids, I would spend the night at his house every other night. And we didn't even have to have sex all the time. We would literally spend time together, like just to sleep next to each other. We would talk on the phone all the time. We hang out all the time. And of course, we had sex a lot. And I can honestly say that was never my boyfriend. So it's so weird that like me and him were talking a while ago, and I was like, you know what? You're literally my longest like non-romantic, non-title like relationship. And then I guess this what kind of got me thinking about the topic, because it's like, do people still have that anymore where, I mean, I guess it's called talking stage, but you're doing all the girlfriend things for someone. You're there when they need you. You're there when they're upset. You're there when they're sad. But that's not your boyfriend, and you're not their girlfriend. Or it just kind of makes you think, because mostly you're giving someone so much. Not even talking about me, just in general. But you're giving someone so much of you, physically, emotionally, mentally. And then you guys aren't together. So I guess the older you think, you just kind of wonder, what the fuck is the point? To be honest, it's like, think about it. I'm out here, not currently, but think about the mindset. You're out there claiming this person, and you're doing everything for them. You laying up with them. And they, at any given moment, could go get them a bitch. Or for dudes, she can go get her a nigga. And then you'll just be sitting there looking stuck on stupid. And it's like, well, damn, I did all of these things for this person. And, I mean, besides a couple of nuts and a migraine, why did you really do it? I guess it kind of brings me to my next thing is, what are the rules in your situationships? Like, I know back when I had them anyway, is my rule was things like, if you're going to sleep with other people, because let's be serious, unless you guys have that conversation, 9 times out of 10, you're fucking someone else, she's fucking someone else. My rule just used to be like, if you're going to sleep with someone else, tell me. Not so much because I care and I'm jealous, but mostly to protect yourself. I want to make sure that you're not sleeping with me and, whether or not there's protection used. But I want to make sure you're not sleeping with me and giving me something I can't get rid of, or give me something, period. And to me, I feel like the respect should be a two-way street. If you're a girl and you're having a situationship with a dude and you're going to be fucking other dudes, let him know that. That way, he not going up in you raw, or he not eating your pussy and you just had a dick in it 20 minutes ago. Just saying. Not saying I was like that, but I know a couple people who are, and a couple people who were. No judgment. But I think definitely open communication should be the rule. And then I know I spoke to other people, and some of you have chimed in, where someone said they had a rule in their situationship where there was like no kissing. Like, we can hang out, you could be the homie, but if we fucking, like, don't kiss, because it's an intimacy thing. And if you're not their girlfriend, you're not they wifey, they don't want to put their mouth on you, on your mouth anyway. And I mean, I guess I could feel that to an extent, because it's like, for some people, I mean, I never felt like this, but I guess for some people, it's like kissing is, especially deep, passionate kissing, it's an intimacy level. And it's not like a standard part of sex. For some people, it's not something you do with everyone. It's something you do with someone you're emotionally into or connected to, or you have a title. And I guess to put your mouth and tongue kiss and tongue down someone passionately who could easily be doing that with 2/3 of people, or easily not claim you the next day. I guess for some people, they just don't want to go through that. They just don't want to deal in that type of arena. So I thought that was interesting. Someone else chimed in, and it was a man, and he said his rule with situationships is no sleepovers. Like, if y'all gonna come over, y'all can hang out, y'all can watch movies, y'all can fuck or not fuck, but, like, you gotta go home at 11. And that shit I found to be fucking hilarious, because I'm sorry, if you guys have known me for a while, everyone knows that I probably in the last 4 years, maybe in the last 4 years, I just started, not just started driving, but I just had a car. I had my license for like forever, but I just, started getting my own cars. And I know for me, fuck that. Gas money, bus fare, like, if I go to your fucking house and I can't sleep over, I'm not coming over. Because it's like, you mean to fucking tell me I spent $25 to fill up my gas tank, or $15 to put gas in this bitch, and the bitch got to go home in 3 hours? So for all that, I might as well save the gas and keep my ass in the house. Like, I mean, if I want sex that fucking bad, I got 10 fingers in a special drawer in my room that could get that done for me, and I can go to sleep after. Like, I don't got to worry about, shit, let me put my drawers and my shirt and shit over here, because, man, in 2 hours, the bitch got to hit the road. Like, I'm not knocking it again. If that's what you guys prefer it. Your rules are your rules. However, this bitch, and the bitch I used to be, was like, if I can't spend the night, the fuck am I leaving my house for? Like, you mean to tell me I waited in the cold, a bitch caught the sub, I done caught a bus, like, really, all that, and you telling me in 2-3 hours, when this movie done and you buzz, I gotta go do that shit again in reverse? Not the fuck I, at all. Like I said, his rule is his rule, but if you ever fucked with me, you know that rule is a no-go for me. Like, after sex, I'm hungry, I'm tired, so it's like, I don't want to go all the way to my house. Like, I just want to go to sleep. Now, in the morning, yes, my rule definitely needs to be no long slumber parties. Like, I'll come over, we do whatever we're gonna do, whether it's chilling or watch movies or, smoke, fuck, drink, whatever. But I'm not gonna lie, the next morning, like, a bitch wanna leave by like 11, because I don't want to be caught outside in like yesterday's shirt and pants, and then it's like, I don't want to have that weird, awkward ass conversation. Like, it's 2:00 and you looking at each other like, so what you about to do today? Like, I don't want to go through all that. So my slumber parties, you should not be long. Mine was, if I came over like at 11, I usually try to leave at like 11. And I know some of y'all are wondering, well, like, damn, why not just go home that night? Because that night I'm fucking tired. Let me get well rested. Let me like lay down, get myself together. If the sex was good, let a bitch go through the aftershock. You know, I might want 2, 3, 4 rounds. Like, you won't know that if I go home immediately. So that's the difference. I would definitely say the best rule I heard was actually the funniest rule ever. So I had posted a couple weeks ago asking you guys, what are your rules in your situationships? Have you ever been in one? And a few of you chimed in. But I would say the best rule I ever heard was a girl say that her situationship that she was in for 4 years, their rule was if he was going to fuck other bitches, they had to fuck other bitches together. So she was bisexual, and her situationship, obviously they don't have a title. He like other bitches from time to time. So she would just be like, look, you like other bitches, I like you, and I like bitches, so like, let's fuck the other bitches together. I would say, to me, that is the best rule I heard all fucking week. Mostly because it's like, look, you're going to sleep with other girls. That's cool. I like sleeping with girls, but I don't feel like trying to find one, figure out if she gay, she straight, whatever, and then still got to call you because I may want the dick. After she may eat me out for like 3 hours, but like, I may still want the dick. So she nipping it. She like, fuck it, I might as well get both the entree and the fucking dessert at the same time. Save myself the man hours, which I can appreciate. I'm not gonna lie, sis. I appreciate you wherever you are, because if I'd have thought about that rule years ago, a bitch might have been better off. Not saying that, my current status isn't great, but let's just say a couple of my situationships I've only had 2 major ones, but I would say a couple of them, though, if we would have that conversation, it would have cut down on so much stuff, especially because I had a situationship that lasted 4 years. That was, I would say, my last one. That was 4 years of a situationship. Again, I don't know how he looked at it. That's how I looked at it. The only difference, I guess, with mine was I didn't want to be his girlfriend. I saw the way he treated his girlfriends. He literally used to cheat on his girlfriends with me. So it was just kind of like, I don't really want that. But like, he knew a lot of bitches. Like, I swear. And I know he's kind of one of my listeners, and I promise you this is not to put you on blast, but like, he knew a lot of girls. And I mean, he wasn't bad looking. The dick wasn't bad. So it was like, well, damn, if I'm smashing him and I got to figure out, like, what girl my next head's coming from, it's like, shit, I might as well get the best of both. I could have just had him and had a bitch that he was probably going to fuck anyway. So, I'm not going to lie. The new age thinking, like, it sits with me, because I really should have took that route, and I never thought about it. So the person that chimed in and gave that rule, sis, I feel you on an entirely new level. So I would say, as far as rules go, I mean, should you even have rules? Like, some people, I gave you guys some like examples of some of the people have, and there are plenty of situations that don't have a rule, that it's just kind of like, we are what we are, what we are, I know what we are. When we're around each other, we're around each other. When we're not, you do you, I do me. And I think, to me, that's classic situationship. Like, there's no really spoken guidelines or rules. And I would say that my stance on that, I didn't have rules in my situationships. I just felt like, I don't know, I guess I was under this like naive impression at some point that maybe with one of them we would get to that title level. So I was like, well, why have rules? Because it's like, no, like, I want to leave it open-ended. The problem that I learned, and I learned that lesson hard, the problem with having an open-ended situation is you leave a lot of room to set yourself up emotionally. Meaning, you guys catch feelings, but because there is no discussion on other people and monogamy and all of those things, every time another girl, I guess, got his attention, I'd be upset. And it would be like, my left mind would always be like, oh, you can't be mad because first of all, you're doing you. Secondly, you don't have no title. But it's just kind of like, there was this sense of betrayal I would feel. And it's crazy to feel that with someone who's not your boyfriend or not your girlfriend. So it's like, I kind of get the need for the rules, I would say. Because it does leave you very emotionally, like, numb, kind of. Because it's like, oh, I like you so much. And, like, the fact that you're liking other people as much as you like me, if not more, it's bothersome. It tends to bother you. And then you ask yourself, well, can I really be mad because there is no title? There is no rules. There is no discussions. It's literally just like dating irresponsibly. You're just kind of falling in the wind, as people say. And then, of course, you go through those roller coasters, ladies, where, 1 minute you feel like a clown, you feel stupid, you like, you know what, I'm going to put my foot down, and then he calls you again, and you're like, oh, okay, well, next time, I'm going to tell him about himself. My problem with my situationships was I was always telling them about themselves. But then, when you're in a situationship, and fellas, you can feel it, is you got that golden fucking ammo that's like, but you're not my girlfriend. And it's like, that shit shuts down any argument. Like, you arguing about another bitch, you arguing about, oh, you was with these other bitches and blah, 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 and you don't need them, I could do so much more for you, and you out here wasting my time, I could be having somebody else, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as you play that card, that +4, that fucking draw 4 wild card with, but you're not my girlfriend, all we can do is shut up. Because it's like, damn, we're not. And I think, ladies, because we set our stuff up so much with it, it's like we do everything for people. We're always there for this person. We've been their rock, their shoulder, their support, their fucking nutsack. We've been everything for them. And it's like, damn, and fellas, if you ever been hit with this card, you know what it feels like. It feels like someone literally just took a fucking, like, Tahoe fucking SUV and just ran you over. Like, does it get you that much by fucking surprise? And it's like, well, what can you say? They're right. Y'all not together. Y'all don't have a title. You are, for this person, whatever you need them to be to feel great with the situation. And because of that, you accept whatever. Because you just want them. You want their intimacy, you want their pussy, you want their dick, you want their time, you want their attention, you want their affection, you want all of that. And it's like, as long as they give you that, I think we all are willing to accept just whatever. We're willing to accept anything. And it's easy for people who never been in situationships or barely fucking relationships, and they're all like, oh yeah, but that'll never be me, like, I'm not gonna do shit for somebody without no title. Those be the same bitches out here doing the same thing for somebody that don't claim them. And it's like, because you're willing to do for someone anything they need done. You're willing to be whoever you gotta be for them. Because it's always this rat race, this competition where if I'm being all this for them, then eventually, that's the word, that's the fucking installment plan that gets everyone, is eventually you'll get a title. Eventually you'll get that. And sometimes you do. Sometimes you do get that. You get that title. But a lot of times you don't. And as far as what to do when you don't get the title, my best advice is you suck it up. You take from the situation what you need to take from it, and you just tell yourself that you'll do better next time. And that's all you can do, I guess. Again, not speaking from my current status, but speaking as a bitch that been there. Anyway, guys, that's my time today. I promise to upload more new episodes soon. But this has been Girl Chat. This is your girl Night Latte signing off.